Hi everybody, and welcome to today's show of the Ash Creek News, episode 18. I am Jessica, your host for today, so let's get started. Is your phone on silent? All right, we're going to start off today with the fact that BC is officially into phase 3 of the Restart Plan. And what does that mean? That means that travel is now slowly allowed, and the government says that travel is going to look a lot different this year, and the precautions that we take at home should also be taken with us when we're away. Some towns, communities, and regions who rely on tourism are eager to welcome BC tourists with safety measures in place. Others might be hesitant to welcome outside visitors this summer, and people need to respect that. They encourage British Columbians to be respectful of the communities you are visiting and be safe as you enjoy the many beautiful locations across our province. If you are traveling to BC from another province or territory within Canada, you are expected to follow the same travel guidelines as everyone else in British Columbia and travel safely and respectfully. I do have Matthias and Gareth with me in the studio today. Are either of you planning any summer travels?
Well, I think I'm going on a camping trip next month with my grad class. That's exciting. Other than that, I think I'm staying home, not for fear of COVID, but for me being lazy.
You being lazy and having a job.
And having a job, yeah, I guess that's also a factor.
Are you going anywhere fun for camping? Where are you headed?
I think we're going to Shuswap Lake.
Shuswap.
I won't give any exact locations for fear of people coming and crashing our awesome camping trip. You know.
What about you, Gareth? Are you headed anywhere?
At this moment in time, it looks like I'm pretty busy with work, so I have no immediate plans for travel.
Yeah, and I actually just got back. I went up to visit my sister in Fraser Lake. I had a couple of days at the lake. One of them was sunny enough for me to get a sunburn. The other 2 days were a little rainy. I did get out on the kayak once, which was lovely. So there was my little one summer vacation. The rest will be work now. So the team, we all went actually for lunch yesterday to check out the new diner in town, Slim Jim's. And we did post a selfie on our Instagram, so if you want to head over to our Instagram account and check that out, you can, and make sure that you follow us on Instagram. Yeah, we all had burgers. What did you think of yours, Matthias?
Dude, my burger was dope. I had there was a bison burger on special yesterday, and I can safely say that bison is just tougher beef. So I'm glad that I know that now. I'm glad that building's being used again. It's a really neat building, and it's very sad to just see it like collect dust. So I'm glad that someone else has gone in and tried to make something out of it.
Absolutely, yeah. We all had delicious food. I think we were all enjoying it. So Jackie Taggart, our MLA, posted yesterday on her Facebook page that she's very proud to support the Canadian Federation of Independent Businesses and their many initiatives to help support Canadian businesses during these uncertain times. For business resources such as reopening kits, information on federal support, and more, you can check out their website, which Gareth will link into the comments. And she's also very excited to support the Small Business Everyday initiative. For the remainder of the year, she will be highlighting small businesses and ways to support them on her social channels. We're pretty lucky in Ashcroft to have lots of small businesses available to us. Gareth, have you got a favorite small business?
Oh, that's a dangerous thing.
Yeah. Have you got businesses that you are thankful to have in Ashcroft and Cache Creek that you don't have to go to Kamloops or Vancouver for?
I am appreciative of, I'm going to say Unity, because that's where you get your tea from, and Work BC, because I don't want jobs in Kamloops, I want jobs here.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Matthias?
I'm a little bit biased. I worked at Home Hardware for a year and a half. So Home Hardware for the win, for sure. Yeah, they got some real cool folks down there.
We are pretty lucky that we can get most of the services that we need in Ashcroft. And then going a little further, we're going to talk about Brad Viss, who is our MP for Mission Masquite Fraser Canyon. And he said on his Facebook page, do you have a small or medium-sized business impacted by COVID-19 in Mission, unable to meet qualifications for the Canada Emergency Business Account or the Emergency Loan Program delivered through the Aboriginal Financial Institutes? Community Futures North Fraser is offering 2 funding programs to assist. Check out their website for more information on the Regional Relief and Recovery Fund. Can they make those any longer and wordier? Providing loans up to $40,000 or the Emergency Relief Fund providing up to $25,100 for critical needs. Now that's specific for Mission, but our local Community Futures here in Ashcroft actually has all of those funds available as well. So you can check out their website, cfsun.ca, for all of that information if you are a local business. Now, moving on to COVID numbers, and I'll report all of the numbers from our last show on Monday. On June 23rd, there were 13 new cases reported. The 24th saw another 14. There were 20 cases on the 25th. And today they're announcing only 10 new cases of COVID for a total of 2,878 cases across British Columbia. And that was included a correction that they had from a report yesterday. There are only 159 active cases of COVID in the province, and 2,545 people who tested positive have recovered. 199 of those cases are in the Interior Health region, and that means there has not been a change in the Interior Health since last week, and we're holding steady at 199. And we've been at this for over 100 days. I was listening to a John Horgan interview press conference from a couple of days ago, and he kept saying 100 days, which seems like a long time, and yet doesn't seem like a long time. Right, Matthias? It's like 100 days? Does that seem long to you?
I mean, it feels to me like it's been more than 3 months.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit weird, but yeah, I don't know. In my experience, like being in isolation and not getting out of the house has really messed up people's perception of time. Like I know everyone in my household, when we were all in peak isolation, I would just suddenly realize I didn't know what day it was. And I'd just like get out of bed, I'd go in the living room. Guys, you know what day it is? No one knew what day it was. So yeah, the perception of time was a little bit warped in isolation. So maybe that's a little bit of the reason why it's felt so long.
Yeah, I only knew it was a weekday or a weekend because my husband was still going to work Monday to Friday. So when he was home, I knew it was a weekend, and that was my only concept of time, for sure. Definitely strange. So moving on to something a little bit more lighthearted and fun. Yesterday I chatted with Marcy Down from Gold Country Community Societies about a joint initiative that they are part of. And I want you to take a look at that interview now. All right. Hi, Marcy. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Hub Online Network. So first of all, let's just introduce who you are and what your role is.
Thank you, Jessica. My name is Marcy Down. I'm the Executive Director of Gold Country Community Society.
Wonderful. And today we're going to be talking about a new project that I've kind of social media have seen and piqued my interest, and I think hopefully piques a lot of other people's interest, and that's the Sunflower Project. So tell me kind of how it started and what your involvement is with the project.
Well, the Sunflower Project was brought forward to us by master artist, who's an internationally award-winning artist, Michelle Lockery, and community director, Stacey Fenimore. And we work together as a Real Creates team with Gold Country. And it was to bring something forward that was very positive during the time of COVID. So with COVID, we kept hearing everything stopping. Events are being canceled, festivities are being canceled. So our events calendar was all of a sudden emptying very quickly. So it was, how can we promote and what can we do to shine a light on our rural communities and to connect everybody? And mental health was definitely an issue as well too, because a lot of us were, working from home for the first time or working in kind of isolated situations. People were staying at home with their children, and it's like, what can we do to bring everybody together in a safe manner and to still promote and work forward? So that idea came forward about the Sunflower Project. And it's been absolutely phenomenal. The connection that we're making, Secret Gardens had sponsored thousands of seeds. And from our social media posts that we did yesterday, there's been over 90,000 seeds that have planted that other people have sponsored and brought forward as well too. So people can pick up seeds, you know, at their home garden places, anywhere. We do have some available. There are some here at the hub as well. I have some of the little packages here that we've been making up as well. But it's just been a just incredible connection. And the artists and the people that are coming forward has just been remarkable.
So is there it's not just planting sunflowers, it's creating art to do with sunflowers as well. So what is the directive with the art part?
That has just been a growing piece of it as well too, connecting the artists as well. So as we've been posting things, people are just coming forward and I want to be a part of this. How can I help? What can I do? Eventually we'll have another connection that'll be coming up that we'll talk about at another time, and that's why I have this metallic sunflower that was created by Cedar Mueller, which is just phenomenal.
It's beautiful.
But we have another piece that's coming out, eventually be our next phase, so to speak. But with the sunflowers, it's that living art installation piece as well. So as people are driving those highways and byways all around BC, they'll be able to see these sunflowers growing.
And sunflowers is one of those things that you only have to plant once, isn't it?
Yes, they do. That's the beautiful thing about it. You start off with one seed and then you have many seeds.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of it as well too, and sharing that part of it is sharing that connection. So I have a seed, in the fall I'll have many seeds, and then I can keep some and I can pass them around. And we can also feed the birds as well. These are great pollinators, the bees love them. So it's just for children and families, something to see grow as well. And a lot of our communities have really connected with this project too. It's just been incredible. I'm looking so forward to visiting, you know, in safe manners as we can do so, these communities, and as we safely drive through, you can see all these sunflowers and the planters and all over. It's going to be gorgeous.
They're one of my favorite flowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the goal is just to plant sunflowers
Just plant
everywhere.
sunflowers everywhere, absolutely.
Starting in BC and working out.
That's right. There's been a connection made now with Texas.
Wow.
So it's just growing and growing, literally growing.
Yeah.
You know, I have a mobile garden unit kit here that I can take with me. But it's just been, COVID was a really hard time and is a really hard time, and there's been such a struggle. And with, like I said, everything closing down, again, it's what can we do to shine a light? What can we do to help promote and bring things forward and to give that hope? So that's why we have the hashtag Seeds for Hope, Art with Gold, and there's just so many other things that we'll be able to do with this as well too. There's also the hashtag Sunflower Selfie, and that's going to be really cool to see as these things develop and grow. People sending in those submissions. Hey, you know, this is what it looks like now. Here's my selfie. I did my first one laying in the garden, and it was just so peaceful. And I had this little sunflower right there. It just takes you right to your roots again. And that's a lot of what we're looking at as well too, with tourism having to just kind of close down. What other services can we provide? And what else can we do with Gold Country Community Society? Tourism is just one aspect of what we do. As people know, we're known for our geocaching and our visitor guides and maps and things like that too. So it's like, what else can we do to really service our communities and to bring a very positive movement forward as well?
What else do people need to know about sunflowers and the Sunflower Project?
Oh, so we're going to be posting tips as time goes on too. There's some really cool things that you can do with sunflowers, and so many interesting things that we've been learning. Sunflowers are one of the things that can help detoxify the soil. And currently, as we know, there's been a lot of flooding in the area too, and they can help absorb some of that water as well too. So the varieties that we've been giving seeds out for, they're going to have massive seed heads on them too. The one thing I've done with those stalks, because those stalks grow quite thick and big, is you can actually dry them out, and then next year you have a trellis for your tomato plants or clematis or whatever else that you're growing. So there's always something to do with it. Almost all of it's usable, which is really cool. You know, just learning so much about these sunflowers, and seeing how the bees are attracted to them, so they're good for the pollinators, and then the birds in the fall as well.
Yeah.
Just all the different varieties are just spectacular.
Absolutely. And is there anything else that you want to talk about Gold Country wise? Is this kind of your main project right now, or have you got other things in the works?
We've got other things in the works, but that's another time. I'll just allude to our sunflower up there.
There's an allude to the metal sunflower.
There's a lot that we're working on.
Yeah.
As I said,
Because you've had to
that'll come
pivot
up.
probably quite a bit with the tourism, because people aren't traveling, right? So
Exactly.
Yeah.
At this point, it's just, I mean, we've been hearing about the phases and doing things safely, and
Yeah.
people are still needing to commute to their destinations, like for visiting
Yeah.
family and health concerns and that sort of thing. But at this point, it's just keeping our roots, like the sunflower, keeping
Mm-hmm.
them local and dreaming globally. And that's where those petals go out, or is the global.
I
So
love
it's that symbol of that
love
hope
that.
for the future.
Yeah. Awesome. Great. Unless there's anything else you want to say.
Just thank you so much to the
Yeah.
Hub for having the seed packages here too.
Absolutely.
And I just want to thank all the artists and all the people that have gotten involved with this. Secret Gardens for helping with the seeds. There's been so many amazing people that have come forward. And the one thing I was asking people, I did a few interviews on Friday, and I asked them, what do you think of when you think of a sunflower? And immediately the smile. It's just smile. It's just happiness. It's just that symbol, that welcoming symbol that we all need to see right now.
Yeah, I remember driving through Cache Creek, and just north of Cache Creek there's that, I don't know who lives there, and I don't know if they have it every year, but they have, their entire front yard is sunflowers. And it just makes me smile. Like I love sunflowers. I love going into my backyard and seeing the sunflowers, as no matter where they come up. Sometimes I just leave them, even though they're in the middle of the yard and completely in the way.
Well, that's the nice thing about them too, is that they can be transplanted
Yes.
as well. I have a couple of transplant rescues that I have in the Gold Country garden. I have a little garden set up there too, so I have a few sunflowers that are growing there as well too. But that's the nice thing about it. And when we've been posting things and people are like, oh, where can I get seeds? And letting them know you can go to your local stores, or we do have these ones available for you as well too. But the sharing that's going on, and that's what's incredible,
Yeah.
and doing that, in a safe manner. I've been taping seed packages to the door,
Yeah.
come and get them when you can,
Nice.
type of thing too. So it's just been, just one of those projects that makes you smile, and it's just so neat to see the connections that are being made.
Absolutely.
And the artwork and the things that it's inspiring, it's
Yeah.
just so nice to have something positive to think about and to be doing right now.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us. I look forward to seeing all of the sunflowers all over Ashcroft and Cache Creek and the whole Gold Country region in the
All
fall.
over BC.
And all over BC. I probably won't be going all over BC.
But that's the nice thing about digital media, is that those pictures will come to us and
Absolutely.
we can share them.
Absolutely.
And we can all travel safely that way.
So
as
we
well.
can, you've got a Facebook page,
We do, yeah.
and it's called,
We have the Sunflower Project Facebook page.
Yep.
And then, of course, there's the Explore Gold Country Facebook page as well, too, that people can connect with as
perfect.
well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Marcy, again for sitting down with us and talking to us about the Sunflower Project. I can't wait for all of my sunflowers that are in my backyard to bloom. They're one of my favorites. There's a lot happening in our communities over the next little while. The Ashcroft Hub is having a garage sale this Sunday, the 27th of June, from 9 to 1. It will be outside on the field with lots of physical distancing and hand sanitizer in effect. Canada Day celebrations, we are having one in Ashcroft thanks to the Winding Rivers Arts and Performance Society. There's going to be 3 smaller ceremonies in 3 different locations in town. That includes local musicians, O Canada, and ice cream. So check out their website, their Facebook page for details and times. And the Hub is hosting an anonymous art show this fall and is looking for artists to participate. And not even any artist, everyone's an artist. Register now so that canvases can be ordered, and then spend the summer getting creative. There will be a live show, then all the art will be available on the Hub website to view and bid on via silent auction. Proceeds are being split 50-50 with each of the artists, and you can register online at theashcrafthub.perfectmind.com, or just call the office to let us know how many canvases you and your family are needing. So challenge your friends, challenge your family to get creative this summer. I challenge Matthias and Trory and Gareth to create a canvas with me this summer for the Anonymous Art Show. I'm looking forward to doing something. I'm looking forward to seeing all of the cool art that is going to take place this summer. Also on Canada Day, Cache Creek is having a special market just for Canada Day. So they've already got over 20 vendors planned to attend. So from 9 to 1, you can head to the Cache Creek Market, which is at the corner of Highway 1 and 97 in Cache Creek. I've been to the market a couple of times, and there's been a few good vendors, and I think it'll just grow and grow over the summer, so that'll be exciting to attend. And then back to the Hub again. The Hub is modifying their hours slightly, which includes hours for Murph's Gym starting July 2nd. Monday to Friday, they will only be open till 9 o'clock, so 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then on Saturdays, they'll be open in the morning from 9 to 1, and then in the evenings from 4 to 8. And this change is just due to gym use and feedback from users and staffing. So they'll continue to reevaluate as things go on. Gareth has a question.
Lisa Smith says June 28th yard sale, not the 27th.
Oh, I apologize. Sunday, I had the date right, but the day right, not the date. There we go. Thank you, Lisa. Sunday, this Sunday. Heading to the federal government, they launched a new program today aimed at encouraging students to volunteer in the fight against COVID-19. More than 2 months after first announcing it, and just in time for those who haven't been able to find a summer job. Post-secondary students will be eligible to earn up to $5,000 this summer through a new volunteer services grant. The Canada Student Service Grant is available for a range of volunteer work, including mask making, tutoring, researching animal behavior, and designing exercise programs for seniors. The grant will be worth between $1,000 and $5,000 depending on the number of hours completed. For every 100 hours worked, a student is eligible for $1,000, which means someone must volunteer 500 hours to receive the full grant. The program opens today and runs until October 31st, 2020. Only students and recent graduates 30 years and younger can enroll. Applicants must be enrolled part-time or full-time in a recognized post-secondary education program in the spring, summer, or fall of 2020, or must have completed post-secondary studies in December 2019 or later. Back in April, the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, announced the creation of the Canada Student Service Grant, a way of giving students who can't find summer jobs a chance to earn some money while volunteering in national service activities related to fighting the pandemic. The grant program was part of a multi-pronged $9 billion, that's a lot of money, investment by the federal government to cushion the economic impact of the pandemic on young people. Ever since, students and organizations that rely on volunteers have been anxiously awaiting details, worried that the window for their summer activities were rapidly narrowing. Today's launch of the I Want to Help online platform provides details on the grant, and Gareth will post that link for you if you are interested. And today, this whole week, is National Mosquito Awareness Week. Did you know that?
About
Matthias?
mosquitoes? No, what are mosquitoes?
It's the awareness week for mosquitoes. Who knew that they had an
Awareness Week for
awareness
what?
week? Exactly. So the TNRD and the American Mosquito Control Association encourage you to follow the 3 Ds to help keep mosquitoes away. Drain, so empty out water containers at least once a week. Dress, wear long sleeves, long pants, light colors, loose-fitting clothing. And defend, properly apply an approved repellent. Have you noticed mosquitoes at all in Ashcroft?
I've seen a lot of Facebook posts from Max Beckett, an old teacher of mine, who has been at war with his mosquitoes, and he has been giving updates. I think he's so far successful in his war against the mosquitoes, but in Ashcroft I haven't noticed a whole lot. But apparently Cache Creek is getting pretty up there in the mosquito numbers.
Yeah, there's definitely been more than I've noticed before because of all of the rain. I have plants all over my yard that are supposed to deter the mosquitoes, but I've been sitting like next to the plant and the mosquito still flies over the plant and attacks me. So I don't know. Gareth, have you noticed more mosquitoes? You're right along the creek, so.
In Cache Creek there are plenty of mosquitoes right now. I have many mosquito bites currently that I emptied. contending with. But yeah, we're right, it was because of the floods, and
Yeah.
we're right along the river, we've had lots of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's all I have for the show today. Have a fantastic weekend. We are back on Tuesday at 3 o'clock on Facebook still next week. Yes? So have a wonderful weekend. Check out, there's a couple of other garage sales in town as well, so check those out. Enjoy what weather we may or may not have. Hopefully it's sunny. And have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week.